So next is, if I click something, right, read physics at 7, save, it is coming here, which means that what has to happen when I click save, this data has to be sent to the backend, it has to be stored in the database, and then I have to fetch it again and I have to display it here. That is what has to happen. This is the first thing you have to think. When what has to happen, then you have to first think what has to happen, then you have to think how it has to happen. Okay, so when you click this button, obviously you can call a function. Okay, so in that save button, right, in the on click attribute you have create to do function. So the create to do function will be called. Where is the create to do function? So this function will be called. What this function we are doing? First you have to get the data from the title and description, right? So get element by id title. These are all the id for the input tag. Input tag id, title and description is the id. Okay, so you are getting the data first and you are forming the data like this. You're creating an object with the data, right? It is in a JSON format, right? Key value pair, you are creating a data. Now you have to send the post request. What is the method to send a post request? Call the fetch. First is the URL, and second argument is your options. You can specify you have to specify the method, and then the header. In the header, you may specify the content type as JSON because you are sending it in JSON format. And then you have to send the data in the body. You have to convert the data into a string, stringify, and put it in the body. This is how you send the HTTP post method, post request. So simple. When the response comes, right, the fetch, right, it fetch returns a promise. Okay, so you can put dot then on that. Okay, when the promise resolves, okay, this function will be called. This after the then some function you have put, right, response, that function will be called. So you are getting that response. You are converting response to a JSON. Okay, and then just printing it. Okay, and then what? After that, I have to clear this value, right? This title and description values to be cleared. I'm clearing it. Once I clear, what I have to go fetch the data again and to display it here. I'm just calling the fetch data. Fetch data will do whatever we discussed before. Fetch all the data and update the DOM. Okay, right? This is the next one. What is the next one? When you click the edit button, this data is going here, and I can update the DS to DS will be something. So this has to this right DFS, right, this DFS. If you click update, this is getting changed here, right? How this is happening? We have to go to the edit button of this on click attribute, that function you have to go. So where is the edit button of this? In the fetch data, the edit button on click, you are calling this click edit. What you are passing to that particular line item you are passing. This item will have title and description. That item is what you are passing. When you click, okay. So when you click that, you are getting the title and description. Okay. In this case, this is from the database, right? So you will have the ID also. So in Mongo database, each entry there will be an ID stored. So you will have ID, title, and a description. So what I am doing is, I am getting this button because I have to change to update. I am getting that element and the text content I am changing to update. So this save will become update. Okay, so if we click edit, this will become update, correct? And the value has to be put in this. Okay, how to do that? Basically, you have to get the you have to get this input element, right? This is the input element. This is not a button, right? This is not D button. This is the input element, correct? In the input element, I am putting this value. Whatever value you got, right? Title, I am putting in that value. So now this one, the value is, that is how it's getting filled here. Okay. Now you can change this. it change and click update. What you have to send a? You have to send a put method. When you click update, right, existing method, right, you have to send a put method. So that save button, right? What is the save button here? This is the button, right? On click, what I'm putting a function here. What I'm doing, I'm getting this value and this value, I'm getting it here. I'm putting in the data and I'm setting a put method to this. Here, while putting, right, I have to specify which ID I'm changing. For that, this fetch method, right, you have to use, previously in the fetch method, you used the apostrophe. Here you are using some JavaScript variable. So you have to use the apostrophe, which is the left side of one. Left side of one in the keyboard, right? That is what you have to use here. Then only this will work. That is how you can use this variable. Normal apostrophe you should not use. See, this apostrophe is different. This is in the keyboard, this is the left side of one. There, message specify the put method and what is the content type JSON and signify your data and pass it. It's a put method, right? Your put route will be called and it will update it. Simple. This is how edit works. Okay. Now when you click a delete, right? So after editing, what you have to do? Again, you have to fetch all the data. So you have to see the update here, right? So after the delete, what you are doing? You're fetching all the data again. Again, I have to change this content to save. Once you have done, content has to be saved. That's what putting. And this has to be emptied. So those two documents are emptied. Okay. So when I click a delete button, what has to happen? That content has to be deleted. So when I click a delete button, where is the delete? This is the delete, correct? I am passing the ID, which is made in the MongoDB. ID. I just send the delete method. That's it. I have to pass what ID I have to delete in the params, and the content will be deleted there. Find by ID and delete. Okay. This is how a complete thing works. Usually, your the function which is doing any database operation, if you are sending HTTP request and all, right? You are sending HTTP request and all, right? You have to wait until it gets completed. So you are calling await. Await can be called only in async function. So you are putting this function as async. Okay, this is how the front end works.